Hey folks, welcome to Economic Observations. My name is Chris. Today is the 3rd of June. Unemployment numbers came out today at 385,000. Yes, 385,000 more individuals have lost their careers today. I wish them the best of luck in finding a new one. Once again, this video is sponsored by the Tanzania School Foundation, a nonprofit organization doing great work supporting education in Tanzania. There are links below if you would like to support. Today we're going to talk about shrinkflation. Yes, folks, where staples that we use every day remain the same price, but much less product is being bought. Everything from toilet paper to paper towels to even cat food. You got diapers and potato chips, pretzels, you name it, and everything is getting smaller. Pretty soon you're going to buy a bag of potato chips and find there's only 5 chips inside. A can of cat food used to be 5.9 ounces. Now it has been reduced to 5.1 ounces. If you don't notice the reduction in the weight of the can, your cat certainly will. Everything is shrinking. They say that inflation is under control, but I am not convinced. There is a supply problem. The demand is there and the supply is not. Let me know in the comments below how long you think this supply problem is going to be. A friend of mine was looking to redo her kitchen and she went to IKEA, and IKEA in Massachusetts has 0 kitchen cabinets and they don't know when new stock is coming in. That's right, people can't get their kitchens done. What is the downward effect? Well, the downward effect is the delivery people who deliver those boxes unassembled to people have nothing to deliver, making them redundant too. Right? A lot of people like that can be losing their jobs if delivery companies don't have product. The TaskRabbit people who are gig workers who put those cabinets together or any IKEA furniture together, well, they're out of work too. 70% of items at IKEA are out of stock. It all comes from China. And the reason why there's a problem is you can't get any shipments from China. I was listening to a woman on NPR talk about her own business. It normally costs $3,500 for a container to make the trek on a shipping vessel from China to the United States. She recently inquired about a delivery and her container was said to cost $10,000. And she'd have to wait 6 months to reserve a spot on a vessel. $10,000 up from $3,500. That's not inflation? The shipping company told her she can pay an extra $2,000, kind of like a bribe, under the table. Give me your money and I'll get you a spot. But that means bumping another container off the ship. These ships are full of Amazon and Walmart containers. Containers all being designated to those stores, those giant companies. How is the small person or the small business going to survive this? We have a problem in Alaska. Alaska was really hoping for a ban of tourists here this summer. They have a very short season, and last year their season was decimated. Nobody came to visit, losing millions of dollars in tourism. This year they were hoping, as cruise ships resume and flights resume and people want to go away and stay in the country, that they would do really well. But they have no rental cars. Avis, Hertz, and Enterprise sold all of their cars at the start of the pandemic to pay down debt or because demand wasn't there. And now that they're ready to start up again, there's no cars to be bought because there's no microchips. If you can get a rent-a-car in Alaska, it's upwards of $600 a day, if you can find one. But nobody can find one, so they're canceling their trips because people don't want to just go to Alaska and stay in Anchorage. They want to go to Denali National Park and see the sights and maybe go salmon fishing. But you can't do that without a car. We're screwed here. Another friend of mine, her daughter ordered living room furniture. She put an order in, and you know when she can expect her furniture? In March 2022. That's right. just about 10 months from now. 10 months to get a couch. I thought those were made in North Carolina. Now back to shrinkflation. My husband is building a shed. And it's 12 by 16, and he naturally needed to buy some plywood. And when you buy lumber, you don't necessarily always get what you pay for or what's advertised, right? We all know that a 2 by 8 is really 2 by 7.5. And a 2 by 12 is 2 by 11.5. And a 1 by 2 is 1 by 1.5, right? Nothing is that 2 or that 8 or 6 or 12. It's always, well, a ½ inch smaller. My husband bought plywood for the flooring of this shed. A standard 4 by 8 piece of plywood, flooring plywood. Should fit perfectly on the 12 by 16 shed. But when he got to the end of the floor, he was 1.5 inches short, which prompted him to do some measuring. And each sheet of plywood was 1/2 inch short. It was 7 feet, 11.5 inches. So now that not only are you paying exorbitant prices for wood that you're not even getting, so what's that going to do to builders all across the country when they buy their wood thinking that they're going to get that extra 1/2 inch of flooring? He had to go out and buy a whole nother sheet of plywood to fill that 1.5 by 12 foot gap. It's insane what's going on, folks. Shrinkflation. Everything is getting smaller. And if it's not getting smaller, it's just not getting here. We are not out of the woods yet. And this economy, whoever says it's recovering, we have a long way to go. Let me know in the comments below. Did you order anything that they don't have in stock? How long is it taking to get to you? We talked about the SBA loans taking months too. Everything is taking longer than usual. How long is it going to take until we are back on track? I'm not sure. But we're in for some strange times, folks, because you can't just buy what you need. In my next video, we're going to talk about ransomware. You had the Colonial Pipeline. You had JBS meat packing. And yesterday you had the Steamship Authority in Massachusetts with boats going to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. Why are we only hearing about it now? All right, I look forward to it. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you, and we'll talk again real soon. Have a great day.